Hello, everybody. Accureye here, and welcome back to another Accureye Talks video, or should I say, another video in the ultimate guide for everything or for every character. And this is, of course, part 2 on the ultimate guide for every character on Octane, which is, of course, us talking about the weapons that Octane can use. Now, we have obviously talked about all of his abilities already, and if you haven't already seen that one, then feel free to catch up by watching the previous parts. But, if you have already caught up and you have been keeping up with the series, then you already know that pretty much everything that I can tell you about Octane and, how to improve or how to use him properly to a degree. So, with all of his abilities and stuff, now we gotta talk about how to make him an effective character. And I do apologize if some of this video is messed up. I didn't realize that the Elgato was, giving me some trouble. When I was recording this, I usually just record this as it is and see where it goes. So, anyway, with that being said, I'm very interested in, and seeing, if it does mess up on the final results. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the weapons that Octane likes to use and Octane will be able to use effectively. Obviously, because he is a speedster and because he can use mobility to to his advantage, you obviously are going to see you obviously are wanting to, use this as a, speedy abilities. You are obviously wanting to make sure that he is a speedster in many ways. And, obviously, that speedster ability means that he should use fast charging weapons or anything that's just fast in general. Now, obviously here I pick up a Havoc, and you can probably see that this is not a intentional weapon for Octane. While I can use this fairly effectively with a turbocharger, it may not be the best weapon to use for him. He wants you to be fast, and you want to make sure that you have quick weapons because, you may just be kind of that flashing bullet where you come in really quickly, you take a few shots, run off to try and confuse or reposition yourself, then you take a few more bullets at the player. Obviously, you don't want to be one of those characters that pretty much just stay in a fight for too long because, you want to consider and utilize your your overall abilities for making the best choice overall when it comes to just acting quickly, because his speed is really where he shines. And using something like the R99, the Pt2, the Mozambique, or even something like the R301 are probably some of the better weapons for him. The Prowler also is a really good weapon for him because, again, they're all very, very quick weapons. They're all very, very, you don't need to worry too much about the timing or the, the speed and whatnot that, that may hinder you. If you're using something like, for instance, the charge rifle, it may be a little too slow for you to basically, it may be a little too slow for you to basically, be effective overall, and I mean, that's just it, you never know exactly what, you should consider overall when it comes to, choosing your, weapons, if you will. But, obviously with Octane, you kind of want something that's fast and powerful. So, I mean, even something like the Peacekeeper may be pretty good for him. Any assault rifle is really good for Octane because, you could use the Flatline, you can use the R301, you can use the Hemlock. They're all really good fast weapons for him because, again, when his abilities are in play, especially since his abilities recharge so quickly, it's easy to kind of have it to where you do maybe 1 or 2 shots at somebody, and then you all of a sudden maybe use your speed to reposition while they're trying to shoot back at you. I mean, if you can do that and you use cover correctly, then that means that you have the advantage when it comes down to just, overall surprising your enemies, especially when it comes to besides when it comes to surprising your enemies in a pinch reload animation. Because let's face it, sometimes you will catch somebody in a pinch reload animation, and when you do catch somebody in a pinch reload animation, that's your time to shine as Octane. And obviously, as Octane, you will shine with those, with those little moments. So if you can, you want to be able to choose to do that while you can, or while you have the chance. Obviously, while you have the chance and stuff, you want to be able to have those moments and be able to, shine where you can, because like I said, when you can shine like that, you obviously will be, in a good situation and in a good position overall. And that's something that is going to help you in the long run. So, I mean, like I've said before, speeding through and being able to just, in general, have some of the faster weapons on hand will overall help you in the long run, and just in general will help you. I mean, again, you see me here picking up another Havoc, and obviously, like I said before, the Havoc is not the best weapon for for Octane, but of course, as you can see, I find the Peacekeeper, and the Peacekeeper is a glorious weapon for Octane, given that you know how to, dodge and leave. Again, most of Octane's abilities is to be super, super fast, super, like, you see Octane coming in 1 second, the next moment, all of a sudden, it's like, what happened? How did he escape me, or something like that, And that's something that you want to be able to utilize, is that his ability to just speed through, and just in general, power through opponents without being caught in like a mousetrap or something. But those are some of the things you want to think about. So, as is, like it is. You want to think about shotguns. You want to think about submachine guns. You want to think about, things like, overall, fast weapons. And, that's one thing that, that's one thing that is considered, that should be considerable in, considered overall in, with Octane's methods and uses. Octane really does fly off the radar sometimes when he's used correctly. And when he is used correctly, it does leave him open for so many other options. But obviously, I don't know how many people actually know how to use Octane correctly. I myself don't use Octane that much. I mean, my more powerful and used characters are someone like Lifeline and of course, Wraith. I know those two characters very well. Now, while those are going to be two characters that I'll be talking about later on, I just know that, for instance, Octane is very, very good at being the fast in, fast out character. He doesn't really utilize snipers very well. He won't utilize something like the Spitfire very well. He needs the fast weapons to kind of just keep people on the move. Because the moment you start charging into somebody, it's going to be like the moment they will start shooting. By the time they start shooting at you, you should already be moving out of there. And then by the time they're in a reload animation, if it does happen, then you should be able to basically get them into a corner. Because again, they are not going to see it coming. I mean, obviously, Octane is one of those characters where he starts pursuing you, you may not see the end coming. You may be already on a situation where you just cornered yourself into a bad point. But, overall, like it is, keep Octane's weapons in a sense of fast and in a sense of speed. So, again, my recommendations for combinations, if you are looking for combinations, are like the R301. The Flatline, the Alternator, the R99, the Mozambique, the RE45, the P220, the Prowler, all those weapons, even the Peacekeeper, are all really good weapons. Even the EVA 8, if you believe it or not, are all really good weapons for Octane to kind of utilize. And they work so well with his abilities. Now, these are just rough blueprints of the weapons that Octane can use. But, they should give you an idea of some of the weapons that should be used for Octane in a pinch, and should be kind of considered, if you will, when it comes down to just playing Octane overall. And with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me today on this video. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, you know what to do. Hopefully it's helped you become a little better at playing Apex Legends and every character, or in particular, Octane. And yeah, with that being said, if you like this video, you know what to do. Hit the like button, get subscribed, hit the bell notification, because I know you want to know when my next video drops next. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. Thank you for watching today's video. And thank you for joining me. If you like this video, or if you want to join me live on Twitch, I am live on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/Accureye. I am live on Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday for sure. But lately, I've also been live on Monday and Tuesday. Monday and Tuesday, I am live usually for about 2 to 3 hours. But lately, I've also been live on Wednesday and Thursday and Saturday for about 4 to 5 hours. And yeah, feel free to join me if you haven't already. Then, if you have any questions or whatever. And with that being said, this is Accureye signing out and saying farewell, everyone.